Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Versatility Podcast. I'm back with another episode. For today's episode, it's October 28th, early morning, 9, almost 10, well, 10, it's already 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning. Um, I was sick for almost 2 weeks. I was sick to end the month of September, and I was sick to start the month of October. So, that's why I didn't record two episodes recapping week 4 and week 3 of the NFL and then college football and this and that. I was catching up on certain albums. I've done a couple of. I'm still not 100%, but I'm at 99 point something. I sound a lot better, and I'm coughing very, very less than I was at a rate. I felt like I was fucking dying sometimes. Yeah. I'm okay though. So I'm fine now. So I'm gonna get straight to recording. I want to make this at least an hour. I'm gonna probably like rush certain things so I can kind of catch up all to date. There's certain things I'm not gonna talk about on the album on the episode because I might save it for maybe Tuesday's episode or maybe you know what maybe I'll do one tomorrow's. Maybe like I do like a part 2, this and that. So let's just get straight to it. Let me just shut the fuck up and let's get straight to it. All right. Let's start off with baseball, or let's start off with MLS. Let's start off with MLS. Um, yeah, we're gonna fuck and just yeah. Okay, let's just do this MLS. Okay, so we're gonna look at the standings real quick. Let me just fucking search it up. There we go. MLS. Boom. There we go. Okay, standings. So Cincinnati, Orlando City in the Eastern Conference again, of course. Philadelphia, Columbus, New England, Atlanta, and Nashville. They already clinched a playoff spot right now, so they're in the playoffs. Montreal, DC United are in the wild card mix. They could be the last two teams to make it. New York at number 10, Chicago number 11, 12 Charlotte, New York City 13, Miami 14, and Toronto they're eliminated at 15. Miami, I didn't check the scores from yesterday. So did they win yesterday? No, they did fucking not. They did not. Um, did Messi play in this game? Did Messi play in this game? Because he's missed like almost like 6 games already up to this point. Um, Messi did play in the 55th minute. Oh shit, he played in the second half, and then wow. All right, so that means there goes Miami. Their playoff chances are done. They have like what 2 more games left, and they're both against Charlotte. Yeah, they're done. Miami, they're not going to be playing in the playoffs, guys. So the Messi mania, that will return next season. They're not going to be in the postseason, so that just sucks. I mean, Messi missed on a bunch of these games. Like he didn't play any of these games. These 6 games he did not play. He play against Sporting KC? I believe that's the game he got injured. Yeah, he didn't. This was like his last game he played. He didn't play against Atlanta or Orlando or Inter Miami, or against Toronto actually. So yeah, that man. Just sucked that Miami couldn't really do much there. But without Messi, there wasn't really much to talk about there. Now let's talk about the playoffs. We're officially in the MLB, postseason. So let's get straight to it with the playoffs. So let me talk about the wild card. So standings, the standings are already. Well, I mean, look at the final standings here. For the season. So the Orioles won the division, 101 wins. Rays 99 wins. Blue Jays 89. The Yankees got 82 wins. The Red Sox 78. In the Central, the Twins won the division with the Tigers and the Guardians, White Sox, and the Royals with 51, 61, 76, 78. Okay. Then in the AL West, the Astros won the division, even though they had the same record with the Rangers, just because the Rangers lost the last game of the season to beat the Mariners, even though they eliminated the Mariners from winning a wild card spot or even the division. The Astros won their last 2 games to clinch the division title. So the Mariners and the Angels and the A's, of course, they got eliminated. And then National League, the Braves made it. Obviously, they won a division. And then the Phillies made it as well with the Marlins. They got the final playoff spot. So that's good there. But that was already, almost 2 weeks ago. So, And then the last week, Brewers won a division. Everybody else, dog shit. Dodgers won the division. Diamondbacks made it. Everybody else dog shit. Doesn't matter. All right, now we're in the wild card, and the wild card is already done. The division series actually started yesterday, so we'll get to that. So let's talk about the Rangers and Rays series. The first two games. Rangers just completely dominated. They scored 11 runs. They scored 4 runs in the first game, 4-0, and then they won 7-1 against the Rays. I mean, the Rays, they didn't score their first run until which inning? Until the 7th inning of their second game. And of course, in the wild card series, you have to win both games, 2 games to advance. And the Rays bats, their offense was just completely shut out. They did not do dog shit in the wild card series. It was tough for them. Just couldn't get much going there. So yeah, the Rays are officially eliminated, and the Rangers move on to the division series. Then the Blue Jays and the Twins, Blue Jays couldn't do much offensively. They scored 1 run in 2 games, while the Twins, I mean, their offense looked okay, but they had some solid bats. Their pitching was pretty good as well. Their pitching was able to get them through the wild card series, and they obviously move on in the division series. So congratulations to the Rays, and congratulations to the Rangers, and congratulations to the Twins there for moving on. Then in the Diamondbacks versus the Brewers wildcard series, Diamondbacks win game 1 6-3, and they win game 2 5-2. So again, another sweep there. All these series were a sweep. All 4, no series went to 3 games. A win or go home. It was all a sweep. The teams that got eliminated in the wildcard series, they couldn't even get a win in the series, so that just sucks for them. Brewers, disappointing. I mean, damn, I thought the Brewers were going to make it far, make a playoff push, and they got smoked by the Diamondbacks offensively, scoring 11 runs compared to the Brewers only scoring 5. So it just couldn't do much there. So yeah, the Diamondbacks, they move on to the division series. And then the Marlins versus the Phillies. The Phillies also, their bats was incredible. 7 runs in the second game, 4 runs in the first game. They scored 11 runs, while the Marlins only scored 2. So offensively, it was just a mismatch. The teams that won better were definitely in the wild card series, and the better team won in every single game. So it didn't really matter much there. And now we're in the division series, and the first 4 games were yesterday. So game 1 of the Rangers-Orioles, the Rangers won it, so now the Rangers are up 1-0 in the series, and they looked impressive. Let me look at the game a little bit more, though. Right now, who was it again? Who hit the fucking home run? I believe in the second inning. I think it was like who was it? Fucking Santander hit a home run there, but for the Rangers, someone hit a home run. It was Josh Young who hit a home run in that third inning, fourth inning, I believe, for the Rangers to keep them up, and they were able to win that game throughout. So that was a big game for them there. The Astros, they won game 1 against the Twins, 6-4. The Rangers. Why am I talking about the Rangers? I'm talking about the Astros. The Astros, they won this game in Houston. Their offense looked pretty impressive in this one. And then the Twins, in that 7th inning, they scored 4 runs. They were trying to come back in a little bit, but they just couldn't do much later throughout the innings, and that was that. Next, we got the Phillies shutting out the Braves in the first game of the division series in Atlanta against Spencer Strider, who has been the strikeout king all season long. He allowed 3 runs, especially a home run to Bryce Harper, and I believe another RBI from Bryson Stott and also from JT Realmuto. Well, the Braves, they got shut out. I mean, we're talking about the Atlanta Braves. They have one of the best offenses ever in baseball, like in ever, in history. So it was kind of shocking that they lead the series off with this. Again, 1 game. We got to win 2 more games to win the series. So we'll see what Atlanta can do in game 2. But disappointing start for the Braves in game 1. But we'll see what they do bounce back tomorrow for game 2. And then the last game, game 1, Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. The Dodgers got smoked. Clayton Kershaw was the starting pitcher, and he got shelled, man. He didn't even pitch for the first full inning. He only got 1 out in his start, and I think he allowed like 6 hits, 6 runs. Yeah, 6 runs in that first inning. And before he even got an out, he allowed like 4 or 5 runs before. So not a great start for the Dodgers, their pitching staff, and of course, Yeah, Clayton Kershaw, he got shelled pretty badly. Yeah, Clayton Kershaw, he was able to win that World Series 3, 4 years ago, but man, he just doesn't have the best history in the postseason at times. He kind of chokes in the playoffs, and that kind of showing already that it's not going to do well. I hope he does well in his second start. But yeah, the Diamondbacks were just, they took off and they didn't really have to do much. They scored 3 in the second inning, and then they scored only 2 more left in the seventh and the eighth inning, so they didn't have to do much there. So yeah, that's where we're up. We're caught up with baseball now. So game 2 of the Rangers and Orioles, and then game 2 of the Twins Astros is going to be today, and then game 2 Phillies and Braves will be tomorrow, with as well as the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. So 2 baseball games today, 2 baseball games tomorrow, 2 Wednesday, 2 or there's going to be 4 on Wednesday, actually, and then 2 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. So by next Sunday, we should be already in the championship. Why do I say it like that? What fuck? In the championship series by next Sunday, if most of these series, if not some of them, go to game 5, yes or no, we'll see. So that's that. Now let's go to ESPN for college football. Well, somebody's update. Well, okay, whatever. Do I recap most of these games? I'll just kind of show y'all. So week 4, I think that was the last one that I stopped recapping at. So we'll just get there. Oh wait, I didn't show y'all my Wait, did I show y'all my? No, I didn't do the. Hold on. So I had a playoff bracket. Let me see if I can show y'all my playoff bracket. Like here, it was like somewhere here, playoff bracket, somewhere there, bracket. Results in full bracket. I think was it here? I think it was somewhere here. No. Fuck. Still somewhere here. Like I clicked on a link here to click on a bracket. I guess since I already turned it in, it probably didn't save up here on the website. Whatever. I mean, I was 2 for 2 in the wild card series. I had the Rays winning, so I was wrong on that. But I did have the Twins winning, and I did have the Phillies winning. But then I had the Brewers. Yeah, so I got these 2 series wrong, but I got these 2 series right. And then the division series, I mean, my predictions, I have the Orioles winning this series. I have the Astros winning this series. I have the Phillies beating the Braves, and then I have the Dodgers winning this series. So, yeah, I have in the AL and NLCS, I would have hopefully the Phillies versus the Dodgers, and then the Astros versus the Orioles. So those are my picks there. All right, so let's go all the way back to week 4 in college football. Then we get to talk about the NFL. So, I mean, some of these games, as you can see here, Georgia, they beat UAB 41-29. Michigan, 31-7. Texas annihilates Baylor 38-6. Florida State, Clemson, USC, and Arizona State, 42-28. Ohio State gets the late gritty win against Notre Dame, 17-14. Penn State beats Iowa. Washington defeats California. Oregon gets dominated by Colorado. Yeah, Colorado, they just couldn't do much. They got, bro. Shedeur Sanders got sacked so many times it was not even funny. And then Bo Nix had a phenomenal game. Utah defeated UCLA. LSU defeated Arkansas. Alabama, Ole Miss. I mean, Alabama took over that one. Washington State won that one against Oregon State. North Carolina defeat Pittsburgh. Oklahoma, Cincinnati, Duke, UConn, Miami, Temple. Tennessee, UTSA, and then Florida, Charlotte. So of course, Florida and Tennessee got the wins there. I'm just gonna do top 25 for this week, and then when we get to week 6, I'll do the rest of the other games because I did watch a little bit more yesterday. So then, Oregon State, they defeated Utah 21-7, upset right there. Then we had Georgia defeating Auburn, but that was a pretty close game there. Michigan annihilating Nebraska. Texas destroying Kansas, Penn State defeating Northwestern, Washington defeating Arizona 31-24, USC defeating Colorado. But man, Colorado actually put up a fight in this game, while Caleb Williams still threw 6 touchdowns. But the USC defense is pretty concerning. They're 5-0, I think 6-0 now because they won this week. Surprise. Yeah, they their offense looks amazing, but Defense needs some work. Needs some work. So if Caleb Williams is always throwing 5, 6 passing touchdowns, they should be fine. But yeah, they definitely something to be looking out for. Oregon, they defeat Stanford 42-6. Notre Dame defeat Duke 21-14. Alabama, Mississippi State 40-17. Ole Miss, LSU, Ole Miss, they get the win against LSU. What a big win for Ole Miss there. Oklahoma annihilates Iowa State. Tennessee beats South Carolina. Kentucky beats Florida because Florida, I don't know what the hell happened there. Mizzou beats Vanderbilt, and then Fresno State defeats the 0-5 Nevada team. I don't even know their second name, like their main name. All right. Then now we're going to go full on. Okay. So this week, Wednesday, we had 2 games. Okay, FIU lost on Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. Liberty won against them. West Kentucky beat Okay. Then Kansas State, they lose to Oklahoma State on Friday, 29-21. Then Nebraska Nebraska beats Illinois 20-17. Okay, now the games from yesterday. So Georgia annihilates Kentucky 51-13. Not surprised there. And then we had Michigan take care of business against Minnesota. Oklahoma defeating Texas. Big win there. Ohio State defeating Maryland. Florida State, they look really good, man. Florida State, I mean, they're top 5 in the nation right now still, ranked number 5. They look great. They take care of business against Virginia Tech. This was a crazy game. I didn't watch the whole game, but man, what a crazy game. 2-point conversion for Caleb Williams. And then the defense were able to put on a stop for USC, defeating Arizona in triple overtime. Incredible. There, Notre Dame goes down to Louisville. Louisville, as you can see, fucking Jack Harlow's excited, going 6-0, and they're going to be ranked a little bit higher after this week, beating Notre Dame in a convincing win. I mean, Sam Hartman, the quarterback for Notre Dame, he had a pretty rough game. 3 picks, 254 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, made a lot of mistakes there. And Thrash. I said trash. My bad, guy. My bad. Thrash, one of the receivers from Louisville, 8 receptions, 75 yards, and a tutty. So, there in the running back, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 21 goddamn carries. So, yeah, Louisville had a pretty phenomenal performance there against Notre Dame, against a top 10 team in the NFL. So, in college football, excuse me, my God, my God, this is what happens when I haven't recorded like 2 weeks. Anyways, Alabama, Texas A&M. Texas A&M couldn't get the job done. They defeat Texas A&M 26-20. UCLA pretty much upsetting Washington State 25-17. North Carolina defeating Syracuse 40-7. What the hell happened here? Oregon State defeating. I don't know why this shit's glitching. Oregon State defeating California 52-40. Then we got Ole Miss defeating Arkansas 27-20. And then we got Georgia Tech defeating Miami 23-20. Fire the head coach for the Miami Hurricanes. Fire the head coach. Fire the offensive and defensive coordinator. Fire the entire coaching staff for that Miami Hurricanes football team. Fire them. Yesterday, they were up by 3. I'll show you. I'll share my screen again. I'll show you again. God. All right. Yes. So we should have won this game. We should have won this game. We were up 17-20. With 30 seconds left in the game. It was third down. It was third down. And their genius head coach or offensive coordinator decided, hey, let's continue to run the football. We have 2 timeouts. So in case if we want to stop the clock for any reason in particular, when we don't really need to, but still, if we wanted to call the timeout for any reason in general, we still can do it. While Georgia Tech, I think, only had 1 timeout, but they couldn't do much with that 1 timeout. Their defense just had to stop them. That's all they could do. But that was if they decided to run the ball, right? And that's exactly what they did. When that was the most unnecessary thing they could have fucking done, because you have 30 seconds you have possession of the ball. You have 30 seconds left in the game. It's 3rd down. You're up by 3. You just waste fucking time. You just take the knee and let the clock run out. Why are you running the football? Why are you letting the running back get more fucking yards than what he would have done throughout the whole game? Let the man breathe. He is exhausted. He didn't need to run for those extra yards. But you know what? Fuck it. He did. Because the coach decided, nah, we're not taking that knee. So he let the ball go with that running back. The running back fumbled the football. But I'm not going to put too much blame on the running back. Yes, he fumbled the ball, so we're going to partially blame this motherfucker too. But what else? Then they had the ball with like 20-something seconds left. Georgia Tech. They had 2 big plays. The defense, non-existent as defense on those last 2 plays. And with 1 or 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter, in the game, Georgia Tech takes the lead, scores a touchdown, takes the lead. They're up by 3. And then they do the lateral play. The Miami Hurricanes, they do the lateral play in the end, tossing the ball around, this and that. There was one player who had the ball at the 40 on the opposing side, on their own 40-yard line. And then he just kind of stood there for a couple seconds and then didn't throw. And then he dropped the ball. And then the defender, that is the stupidest fucking way to lose a football game I've ever seen in my life. Like, okay, besides the lateral play for the Patriots last year when fucking with Jacoby Myers just threw that back to Mac Jones, but then Chandler Jones got it, and then he just trucked Mac Jones to the floor and then scored the touchdown. Yes, besides that infamous lateral play of last season against the Patriots and Raiders, this is the stupidest, dumbest, most pathetic way I've ever seen a team lose a fucking football game. For under no reason, we should be 4-1. We should be 5-0. But here we are giving 3 wins to Georgia Tech. Unfucking believable. After this pitiful ass fucking blunder and mistakes we committed this week, we shouldn't even be ranked in the top 25 next week. We're in 17 right now. We should be fucking 39 or whatever. We shouldn't even be fucking ranked. And this offense looked incredible for the first 4 games. Didn't look amazing, but they still had a little bit of enough. They still were enough to beat this team if they didn't make those stupid ass mistakes towards the end. And it wasn't the final lateral play. It wasn't the running back fumbling the football. It wasn't the defense just giving up 2 massive plays. Because all of that added up because they simply couldn't just fucking kneel the goddamn football. Who do they play next week? Who the fuck do they play next week? North Carolina. We're going to get fucking destroyed. We're getting annihilated. I'm sorry. We're getting fucking annihilated. Oh my God. We're getting annihilated. Tar Heels, humble us, please. Humble us, because we got too comfortable here. We got way too comfortable here. Just unfucking believable. I don't know how we lost a game like that. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're going to move on. We're gonna just, yeah. LSU defeats Missouri 49-39. Then Wyoming defeats Fresno State. Boston College defeats Army. Miami fucking loses to Georgia Tech. Jesus, is still. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little heated there. Like I had to talk about it. I had to, oh my god, it's not gonna stay away. It's gonna stay in my. It's gonna stay in my head for a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. It's one game, but man, just ruined any playoff chances that we could have had. Ruined that probably could have ruined the season. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't care if I'm overreacting after one loss. That is the dumbest way to lose a football game. I'm sorry, man. That's just I couldn't have seen anything more fucking pathetic. I'm sorry. All these teams win. Wisconsin, Virginia. Wow, Virginia, they finally win their first game. Nice, good job. Toledo beats Massachusetts. NC State beats Marshall. UTSA beats Temple. Okay, Buffalo. Northwestern, Iowa, Clemson. Damn, Clemson only scored 17 points against Wake Forest. Jesus, Clemson's not that great. Navy wins. Louisiana wins. Eastern Michigan. Okay. Ohio wins. Okay. What the fuck was that? Whatever the fuck that was. Florida defeats Vanderbilt. Kansas annihilates UCF. UAB defeats South Florida. UConn, Troy, FAU. They all win. Colorado defeats Arizona State, so now they're 4-2. But this was a pretty big game, and once again, Colorado, they had to come up with this one. I believe Colorado won by a game-winning field goal. Well, yeah, it was a 43-yard. No, the pass. There was a big pass. Shedeur Sanders, a 43-yard pass to get them into field goal range, and then they hit the field goal, win the game, 27-24. Yeah, I mean, Colorado, there's not going to be ranked probably anytime soon still. They still got to stack up more wins, but, still a good team. Still a fun team to watch. You know what I mean? They're not the best team in the nation, but they're still a fun team to watch. And, again, prime time is the head coach. So there should be, many reasons why you should be watching this football team if you're still watching college football right up until this point. Now, other games. Okay, South Alabama, Old Dominion, Texas Tech beats Baylor. TCU loses to Iowa State. Utah State defeats Colorado, and then Boise State defeats San Jose State. Okay, so that's that. That's that for college football. We recapping there. Now week 7, there are a couple games in week 7. What are the first couple? Let me just look at the first couple games. No, okay. Oh, there's games already on Tuesday. Okay, and then there's more games Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Colorado. Oh, Colorado play on Friday. Oh, okay. At 10 p.m. against Stanford. Okay. Shedeur Sanders has 2,020 yards, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Okay. Michigan. Oh, Purdue. Ohio State should be a fun one. Georgia Vanderbilt is just going to be a blowout. Yeah, it should be some pretty good. Oh, Ohio, Washington versus Oregon. Oh, okay. This should be it. This was going to be a fun game to watch for sure. Florida, South Carolina. Okay, I'm just looking at like the games to watch for next week. Oh, USC versus Notre Dame. Oh man, this should be fun. I mean, USC is probably gonna dominate because they got this motherfucker right here, Caleb Williams at quarterback, with fucking already 1,822 yards and 22 touchdowns and only 1 interception. I think that 1 interception was against Colorado, I believe. Against Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame, they took an L to Louisville yesterday, so I don't know what they're going to really do much here, but we'll see. Miami, they're getting fucking humbled by North Carolina. I'm sorry. And then Oregon State, UCLA, okay. Yeah, for sure. Definitely watching this one, USC, Notre Dame, and then definitely watching that Oregon and Washington game for sure, for sure. And then Tennessee and Texas Tech, that might be a good slept-on game there. Alabama, Arkansas, Indiana, Michigan, and Michigan's going to dominate. There's not really that many good. Well, this one, I guess, Syracuse, Florida State. That's going to be probably one of the better games in the 12 p.m. games, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's talk about the NFL, guys. Let me recap like most of the games and give you guys my predictions. Okay, so right now it's the Jaguars and Bills. It's early in the morning, so again they're playing in London. So yeah, we'll go to week 3. I didn't recap week 3 or week 4. So let me recap week 3 and week 4 real quick. and then we get to my week 5 predictions. Okay, so yeah, Giants lose to the Niners there. Boom, 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 boom. Then Titans beat the Browns beat the Titans 27-3, as you can see there. Big win for the Browns. They get their second win there. Deshaun Watson has 2 passing touchdowns. He looked impressive. He looked okay. So yeah, the Browns get the win there. The Lions beat the Falcons 20-6. Jared Goff looked pretty impressive. The Saints beating the Packers beating the Saints, excuse me. The Saints in the first half played pretty well, and then Derek Carr got hurt, and then the Packers just lighted up in that second half. They scored 18 points in the fourth quarter, and then they won the game right there. Boom, right there. So clutch genes for Jordan Love, and boom, they got the win there. The Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen, they scored 70 points against the Denver Broncos. I haven't really talked much about this, like in general in my life, because like, okay, we scored 70 points against the fucking Broncos. I mean, amazing. Offensively, we looked amazing, of course. Fucking, Devon Aikman, or Achan, excuse me, that's what you say now. Achan, Tyreek Hill, and fucking Raheem Mostert, they had amazing games. Tua had an amazing game. So 70 points. I mean, what the fuck? It's ridiculous. Like it's insane how we scored 70 points. It's remarkable. But then next week you see that doesn't really mean anything. So it's just one win. Amazing. We beat the Broncos by 70 or by 50, but we scored 70 on them. That's great, but that didn't really lead much next week, right? Then we had the Chargers defeating the Vikings 28-24, 405 yards and 3 touchdowns for for Justin Herbert. And the Chargers there got the win there, 28-24. The Patriots get their first win in the season against the Jets, 15-20. Mac Jones played okay. The offense was okay, but it was really just the defense. Both defenses were going at it. Ezekiel Elliott, played his first game with the Patriots in this one, had 16 carries, 80 yards. All right. The Bills, dominated the Commanders 37-3. It was the run game that was explosive. The run game, 98 yards, 15 carries for James Cook. Josh Allen had a touchdown, a tutty, and an interception, and 218 yards. Played impressive, but they're all right. The Texans and the Jaguars. Texans defeating the Jaguars. I mean, the Texans, they own the Jaguars at this point, man. They just always fucking beating them and shit. It's insane. They get the big win. CJ Stroud has looked really good so far this season. So yeah, big win for them. Colts defeating the Ravens 22-19 in overtime. Big win for Gardner Minshew and the Colts. The Ravens offensively couldn't stop a damn thing. So that was that. Panthers, they lose to the Seahawks 37-27. Kenneth Walker had a great second half. He had 97 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 18 carries. And then Andy Dalton had a pretty good performance with the Panthers, but couldn't do much to stop the Seahawks because the run game was all over them. Next, we had the Bears getting absolutely destroyed by the Kansas City Chiefs, 41-10. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, 272 yards, a touchdown, and 62 yards and 15 carries by Isaiah Pacheco. Then Travis Kelce had 69 yards, a touchdown, and 7 receptions. So big win for the Chiefs there, absolutely destroying the hopeless ass Chicago Bears team. Then we had the Cardinals defeating the Cowboys. Yep, that's what happened. 28-16. Yep, Cardinals, they defeat the Cowboys. Yes, Cowboys, they eventually bounce back next week. But yeah, Cardinals, they got the good win right there. So awesome for them. Joshua Dobbs actually had a good game, so big win for them. The Steelers defeating the Raiders 23-18. Kenneth Pickett had 2 touchdowns, and the Steelers offense was good enough. Jimmy Garoppolo had 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, so not much to say there. And the Steelers win in prime time. Then the 2 Monday night games, the Eagles beat the Buccaneers 25-15. Again, Eagles dominating, but not domination, not pure domination, though. I mean, 2 interceptions for Jalen Hurts, and I think there could have been 3 even, and a touchdown and 277 yards, but our running game was there. DeAndre Swift had a great game, 16 carries, 130 yards, and then A.J. Brown, 9 receptions and 131 yards. Like, had a good game there. The LA Rams and the Bengals, they won the game, but it was definitely a scrappy one. Matthew Stafford also made a lot of bad mistakes. A touchdown, 269 yards, but also had 2 interceptions there. But the Bengals, they were able to finally get their first win against the Rams, a scrappy win, but they were able to get it done. So that was my quick week 3 recap. Now let's go to week 4 really quickly. Then last Thursday night football game, we had the Lions going up against the Packers. And the Packers, man, they got smoked against the Lions at home, man. Jordan Love did not have a great game, 246 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. 2 interceptions, excuse me. Yeah, Lions take care of business against the Packers in week 1, and it just didn't look that great. It just did not look that great. Then Sunday, we had the Jaguars defeating the Falcons 23-7 in London, the first international game there. Jaguars looked okay. Their offense looked pretty good, I guess. In the meantime, man, the Bills have not scored. They're gonna get shut out in the first half. Second and 3, Bills. Yep, the Bills don't look that so far in this week 5 game against the Jaguars. They haven't. First half they haven't really done shit. But anyways, let's talk about this game. Yeah, Jaguars get the win there. Not much to talk about there. Bills annihilate the Dolphins 48-20. Josh Allen, 4 passing touchdowns, 320 yards. Looked impressive. Stephon Diggs had 3 touchdowns. That's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna move past that. The Broncos get their first win of the season. Russell Wilson throws 3 touchdown passes, and they barely beat the fucking Chicago Bears. Amazing, Denver Broncos, hooray, yay! Justin Fields, Chicago Bears, absolute fucking poverty. They were up like 20 something. They were like up by like 20 something points, and they choked that. Justin Fields looked amazing in that first half of the game. Second half, he looked pitiful. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 335 yards. He was literally perfect for a while. Touchdown, Bills! There we go. They finally got a touchdown in the first half. The second quarter is about to end. They have a minute 14 left in the game, or in the second half, excuse me, till halftime. So yeah, they finally got on the board there. Broncos beat the Bears there. And then the Ravens beat the Browns 28-3. Lamar Jackson had 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns there. 186 yards combined as well. Yeah, Deshaun Watson didn't play in this game. They put in rookie Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He didn't look that great in his first game. So yeah, Ravens steamroll the Browns 28-3. Then we got the Bengals getting dominated by the Titans because Derrick Henry threw and rushed for touchdowns in this one. 22 carries, 122 yards, and a rushing touchdown, and a passing touchdown. So, yeah, Ryan Tannehill also looked okay. 240 yards, a touchdown, and interception. Bengals, they couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do nothing in this one. So, yeah, Titans win their second game of the season. Next, we got the Rams going up against the Colts, and the Rams winning against the Colts in that, game. The Rams were up big in that second half, and then the Colts were aiming for a comeback in that second half, or in the first half, the Rams were taking over. The Colts took over the second half, but then overtime, a walk-off passing touchdown to Puka Nacua to end the game and win the game in overtime for the Rams there, so they get their second win of the season there. Next, we got the Buccaneers beating the Saints 26-9. Baker Mayfield had 3 passing touchdowns. He had an interception there. 246 yards. The Saints offense didn't do much there. Yeah, and the defense. Defense did a great job there for the Buccaneers. They're able to kill them in this one. Next, we had the Commanders giving us a fucking tough time. But the Eagles getting the job done 34-31 in overtime. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdowns, 319 yards. DeAndre Swift, 56 yards, a touchdown, and 14 carries. The Eagles, man, our defense needs to step up. I mean, defense was okay for majority of the game, but then just kind of let go in that fourth quarter at times. And yeah, but our offense maintained consistent. A.J. Brown had a phenomenal game as well. 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 9 receptions. So if you had him in fantasy, definitely had a good week for you. But the Eagles got the job done. So that was all we needed to do. The Vikings win their first game of the season against the Panthers, 21-13. Bryce Young still hasn't looked amazing, but he had 204 yards. Justin Jefferson had 2 receiving touchdowns. So that was that for the Vikings. Alexander Madison had a decent game, 95 yards, 17. Well, he had a good game. 17 carries and 95 yards. He had a decent game there, so that wasn't bad for them there. Then we had the Steelers losing to the Texans. The Steelers offense, man, they just don't look that good, man. And the Texans, CJ Stroud has been that fucking guy, man. He has been really good so far, man. 306 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Oh, man, they just looked impressive. They just looked really good, man. So the Texans, they get the win against the Steelers, while the Steelers, they just look fucking terrible. The Raiders and the Chargers. The Raiders lose to the Chargers 24-17. Khalil Mack had 6 sacks. Holy shit. My goodness, man. 6 sacks. Relax. Khalil Mack? What the fuck? My goodness, man. Jesus. Well, they had Aiden O'Connell at quarterback because Jimmy Garoppolo had a shoulder injury. So, yeah, the Raiders couldn't do much in this one. Chargers win. And then the Patriots, oh my goodness, getting destroyed by the Cowboys 38-3. This was Bill Belichick's worst loss of his entire career, of his entire head coaching career, because, man, Dak Prescott, 261 yards, a touchdown, and the run game did a lot of the most. And the defense, the defense did their thing. My goodness, that defense is ridiculous. So the Cowboys, complete domination, they win this game. Cardinals losing to the San Francisco 49ers because Christian McCaffrey is one guy that just absolutely dominates in any facet of the game. He mostly just does it with his feet. He mostly just runs the football. But when he catches footballs, when he passes footballs, he still is going to fucking get the win. He's still going to dominate. Christian McCaffrey has still not lost a regular season game with the 49ers yet. His only loss was that game against the Eagles in the NFC Championship. That's it. The Niners have looked so fucking good on both sides of the football. Christian McCaffrey right now in MVP conversation. And probably MVP at the moment. The guy for MVP. It's just, most people are not putting that because it's mostly a quarterback-driven award, right? Adrian Peterson, I think, was the last running back to win MVP. So I don't know if they're going to give it to Christian McCaffrey. Wow.
Recording?
Yeah.
Oh, papi, tú no vas a ver más mañana.
You're going...
Yeah, pero fíjense que le mandaron a hacer una misa especial a la mamá de Dayana y a mi mamá. Gabriel y el otro Gabriel no van a poder ir.
He's still sick.
Pero yo tengo que ir. Quiero ir solo.
What time is it? 12?
12:30.
12:30?
So we have to leave here by 12:10.
Okay.
Entonces tú te puedes bañar a las 11:30, rapidito, papá. Sí.
Okay, I'll go.
Entonces, ¿qué te preparo un sándwich rápido?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Back. Yeah. 49ers. Amazing. They look great. They look good. End of discussion. All right. Chiefs, Jets. Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs barely hold on to this one 23-20. They barely hold on to this one 23-20. Zach Wilson looked good, man. 2 touchdowns, 245 yards, and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, what was his stat line? I mean, Mahomes had, 18 for 30, 203 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes did not have the best game of his life. He was struggling, and the Chiefs' offense was struggling in this one. Let me get some goddamn water, because Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, the Chiefs. Oh shit! Oh, strip sack! Oh, the Bills get the ball! Oh shit! Yeah. Did they get the ball back? Oh yeah, they did. They have 10 seconds left, and they got the ball back. 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Oh shit! All right. So yeah, Zach Wilson outperforming fucking Patrick Mahomes. I mean, my goodness, like who would have fucking thought? Who would have fucking thought ever, right? So yeah, that happened, and they looked, they looked impressive, man. The Jets, like there was like a moral win for them. A lot of people were just counting down on Zach Wilson. Oh man, he's not that guy. Like leave him alone. Like we need somebody else. He's not gonna win. He's not gonna do shit for us. Like this and that. I guess people are still fucking with him now. I guess after one game, people are still gonna give him more chances and chances. I'm still hoping for the best for Zach Wilson because again, I still want the Jets to still be competitive here, but they're not gonna be the same team they were if they still had Aaron Rodgers playing with them. But still, man, the Kansas City Chiefs, yeah, they just got to do better this week. They got to do better today. Because yeah, that last week game was not it for them. And also the refs did kind of bail them out for a couple calls. Very 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 questionable. Yeah, but the Chiefs, they get the job done either way. So they're 3-1. Jets 1-3. Monday Night Football, Seahawks Giants. My goodness, the Giants, they look so fucking garbage, man. My God, they look terrible, dude. Man, if they wasn't for them having a second half of a lifetime against the Cardinals, they would be 0-4, man. My goodness, dude. They're just fucking terrible, bro. Daniel Jones, 2 interceptions, was sacked like 500 times, 203 yards. My goodness, man. And the Seahawks defense, Devin Witherspoon, my God, he was amazing. He was amazing. He had a 97-yard pick six. Man, Seahawks looked great. Defense did amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And the Giants are just pitiful. They're just horrific. They're just terrible. They're just awful. They're just an abomination. They're just can you all give me more like adjectives? They're just bottom of the barrel. They're just rock bottom. They're just pure dog shit. They're just dog water. They're just mud. They're just bird shit. I don't know what else to describe them. They're just at the complete bottom of the barrel. It's amazing how they even have a win. You know what I mean? How they barely even have a win. All right, let me shut the fuck up and stop shitting on the Giants before it comes back to me one day. Because I feel like one day it's gonna get to me. But whatever. It better not be this week though. It better not be today though. Please. Okay, so yeah, the Jaguars. So let's do my week 5 predictions. Week 5 predictions. So Jaguars and Bills. Wait. What about the Thursday night football game? Oh yeah, Thursday night game. The Bears actually won Thursday night 40-20 against the Commanders. So yeah, that was that. Big win for the Bears there. They looked impressive. I can't say the Bears have looked impressive all season long, so I'm just going to say it for that Thursday game. Commanders, bozos. You losing to the Bears? Come on, dude. Losing to the Bears? What is wrong with y'all, man? What the fuck? DJ Moore had a phenomenal ass game, though. He had 3 touchdowns. He had 230 yards and 8 receptions. My God. He played great. He had a phenomenal ass game. So, yeah. But unfortunately, I did have the Commanders winning that game. And, well, yeah, that didn't happen. They lost that. They lost that game. So, yeah. I'm already 0-1 this week. But, all right. Now that the Jaguars-Bills game is in halftime, I still have the Bills winning this one. So, boom. There. It's halftime now, so there's still much football to be played yet. But give me the Bills to be the Jaguars coming back stronger in that second half than the first half because they looked pretty weak in that first half. They scored a late touchdown though in that second quarter, so let's see what could happen there. All right, next we got the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Houston Texans. Give me the Texans to beat the Falcons. I'm not going to sit here and say the Falcons look amazing. They don't look amazing because their quarterback isn't that great. Desmond Ridder, not that good, man. Not that good of a quarterback. Sorry to say, yeah, but he just has not looked that great. But CJ Stroud, the Houston Texans, they have looked pretty good. They have looked pretty impressive. I'm not going to say you're lying to y'all. They've looked good. So I don't know. They actually they don't look that bad to me at all. I think Houston probably might win this one. Fuck it. I'm gonna stick to the CJ Stroud train right now. I think the Texans are gonna win their third straight game of the season. When does that happen? I don't fucking know, but I feel like it's probably gonna happen today. Nico Collins has been also dangerous. He's been one of the better rookies this season as well, alongside with CJ Stroud. So yeah, give me the Texans to beat the Falcons. Next, we got the Panthers versus the Lions. Give me the Lions beating the Panthers. Not much to say about the Panthers. They have not looked that great. So just give me the Lions winning there. Next, we got the Titans versus the Colts. The Titans had a good game last week, so they might have a shit game this week. So you know what? Give me the Colts in this one. Anthony Richardson looked good in that one last game, but fortunately, it just came up short in overtime against the Rams. Their run game hopefully might be back. Oh, Jonathan Taylor should be back soon. He's not going to be playing in this game, I don't think, but he should be back soon because he just re-signed them with a 3-year deal, so he will be staying in Indianapolis for a little bit longer. So, but he should be back a little bit sooner than expected. So I guess give me the Colts there. Give me the Colts being the Titans. Next, we got the Giants going up against the Dolphins. I'm definitely, obviously, going with the Dolphins here, but their defense needs to play better, man. The Dolphins' defense needs to step up, man. I'm sick and tired of it. They need to really, we need to annihilate the Giants, please. If we don't annihilate the Giants, I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. After what we saw yesterday night in that fucking Hard Rock Stadium against that pitiful Miami Hurricanes fucking team yesterday, I want to see complete and utter domination on the football field today for the Miami Dolphins. Please, the Giants need to be absolutely destroyed. I'm sorry. They need to be defeated. They need to feel crushed today. You know what I mean? Dolphins, we got destroyed last week. We have to take it out on the Giants. And also, y'all are my lock of the week. So don't let me down, please. Dolphins, complete and utter domination against the Giants. Hopefully. Please. Saints, Patriots, both offenses don't look that great. So this is going to be pretty much like a defensive battle. I guess give me the Patriots. I feel like they want to win. I don't know, Zach. Mac Jones is not impressive, but hey, maybe they might get a win. You know, last week after getting destroyed by the Cowboys, and you know the Saints are a pretty good team that they could take their troubles out on. So you know what, fuck it, give me the Patriots. Next, you got the Ravens and the Steelers. Give me the Ravens, man. The Steelers have looked like dog shit, man. Their offense has not looked that good. Their defense looks great, but man, their offenses looks just 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 803 yards in the season so far for Kenny Pickett. Not impressive. He hasn't really stepped up so far as much as I thought he was. Yeah, give me the Ravens to beat the Steelers here. Next, we got the Eagles going up against the Rams. This should be a pretty big game. This should be a tough game for the Eagles. It's definitely going to be a challenge. But I think in the end, still give me the Eagles. Still give me the Eagles there. Their offense is going to be explosive, hopefully, but their defense needs to play a lot better because their defense last week was not amazing. So if they're able to control the Rams and force them to make turnovers and this and that, well, then we should definitely dominate. But I think the Rams are going to give us a push, especially with their offense. So, and Cooper Kupp is finally back in this one. So Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, we're gonna have a good battle with them. So it's gonna look impressive. So we'll see what happens there. So give me the Eagles being the Rams. Next, we got the Bengals defeating the Cardinals. That's what I predict. But man, the Bengals, they have looked really, really roughed, man. They have not looked good, man. Joe Burrow is not himself. The Cardinals, they're not a great team, but they look competitive. They are a competitive team, so you never know. The Cardinals can definitely take a win they could definitely beat the Bengals, in this one. But I'm giving the Bengals one more chance. Maybe their offense could click up. Maybe they could finally get off the hump a bit, but it's hard, man. And at this point, with Joe Burrow, are they going to keep him for the whole season? Are they going to risk it if he can get hurt again or re-aggravate his injury. I don't know. I'm hoping obviously he doesn't, knock it on what he doesn't, but man, give me the Bengals, but I'm not 100% sold on it. I'm just giving the Bengals more chances, because they're a good team and they're better than what we're looking at right now. They're a better team than what we're watching them play at the moment, but just things hasn't looked amazing. So we have to give them. I'm gonna give them a one more chance. We'll see. Then the Jets going up against the Broncos. I don't give a fuck about the Broncos. The Broncos are the most pointless team in the NFL. I don't care about them. Give me the Jets winning. Russell Wilson, he actually been playing good. Like it's not like he's been garbage. He has already 1,000 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's been good, but I'm starting not to like Sean Payton as a person. I don't really like that motherfucker as a coach either. And he was talking a lot of shit to Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, Nathaniel Hackett was dog shit last year for the Broncos head coach. But like now it's like going overboard. You know what I mean? And I don't really fuck with that. That's kind of dumb and pointless. And especially you got humbled 2 weeks ago by the Miami Dolphins. You have fucking 70 pieced on. So I feel like you should worry about fixing your team than talking shit over other head coaches or offensive coordinators. You know what I mean? Like, please, like, shut the hell up and focus on improving this damn team, improving this defense, because this defense should be way better than allowing 70 goddamn points. But no, he's focused on the wrong fucking thing. So we'll see. Yeah, give me the Jets though. I hope Zach Wilson has another great game, just to fucking humble these motherfuckers. Thank you. Or the head coach, not even the Broncos. Nothing wrong with the Broncos, with the players, at least, like, personally. Just, goddamn, that fucking head coach just, I don't know. Sean Payton kind of irritates me now. I don't know. Chiefs, Vikings, Minnesota. Taylor Swift is going to be at the game. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. But by the way, this Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing, that's awesome that they're dating. But can we please, like, limit, like, can we just shut the fuck up? Like, can we, like, we don't care. Like, it's not that important. You know what I mean? That's awesome if they're together, they're happy. Let it be. But my God, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Please. Thank you. Chiefs winning. I hope that, they should be playing better than what they played last week on Sunday Night Football against the Jets. So hopefully the Chiefs play a lot better. The Vikings, I don't know what much they can do, but they're going to be at home. It's always electric over there in Minnesota. So yeah, the Vikings, let's see what they can do against Kansas City. But I got Kansas City taking it. Sunday Night Football, this should be a really good game. Finally, a really good primetime game, hopefully. Cowboys, 49ers. Cowboys, you want to prove you're the best team in the NFL? You got to beat the best team in the NFL, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy already has 1,019 yards, 5 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey is playing like he's a Hall of Famer against rookies, against men, against boys. Like, this motherfucker is on a different level, man. 6 touchdowns, 80 carries, 459 yards throughout the season. Like, he's not human. He's not human. Who is stopping Christian McCaffrey? No one. Nobody. Can the Cowboys do it? We'll see. I think the 49ers are still going to dominate. They're still going to be the Niners. I don't really see much of a difference. So, yeah, let's see if the Cowboys can challenge them. But the Niners, I still have them whooping that eighth. And then Monday Night Football, tomorrow night, we got the Packers and the Raiders in Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Jordan Love, you got humbled. Man, last week against the Lions at home once again, man. Back-to-back losses to the Lions in Green Bay, and it just has not looked that great. So yeah, they should figure it out, hopefully, in this one. We'll see if they do. So I'm gonna give the Packers the edge here. I don't know if Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna be back, or if they're still gonna have Aiden O'Connell as quarterback. We'll wait on see on that, but give me the Packers to win this one. And then the teams on bye, we have the Browns, Chargers, Seahawks, and Buccaneers. So those teams are not going to be playing this week for sure, obviously. So yeah. So that's that, right? That's that for Week 5 predictions. We're all caught up to date with the NFL and college football and MLB and MLS as well. Usher is also going to be performing at the halftime show. Can't forget about that. Usher, shut up. Yeah, so he's going to be performing at the halftime show next year at the Super Bowl. So that's going to be fun. So Usher's going to be that guy there. He's probably going to bring out other special guests. We'll wait and see who it could be, and this and that. Also, Keefe D, this motherfucker right here, has been arrested because now he has been officially known as the main or one of the bigger murder suspects for the man responsible of killing Tupac Shakur. After 27 years of this fucking ongoing investigation, trying to find out who this and that, this man right here murdered this man right here. At least he was one of those 2 or 3 people that were at least in that car where they shot Tupac. People are saying that it was one of his friends that killed Tupac and that he died like after, but he was involved and he had militias. And if it wasn't for his friend, if it was his friend that took the shot, it wouldn't also have been up to him to shoot Tupac if it was his job too. But whether it was actually him who shot him or if it was his friend, he was still involved into this whole mess. And well, yeah, 60 years old, and he's gonna spend the life in jail most likely. I mean, what else are you gonna do, buddy? Like, that was that. So yeah, we finally find out who killed Tupac. So it's not a big mystery anymore. We have this bozo now going to the Miami Dolphins. Why do we have Chase Claypool? Like, really, dude? Like, what? We don't need Chase Claypool. Why do we have him here? I don't think he's going to be playing today against the Giants, but fit with the Dolphins, bro. He's going to be a third string quarterback. He's going to be a third string wide receiver at best, dude. You know what I mean? Like, who just, we don't need Chase Claypool, bro. Like, okay, enjoy the bench, dude. Unless one of our receivers get hurt, then, boom, there he could be useful maybe, but other than that, what the fuck is he going to do, bro? I don't know. Oh, also got to talk about last week. Canelo versus Charlo, big fight. Canelo won the fight. He defeated Jamel Charlo by unanimous decision. Pretty big win for Jamel Charlo. He won 119, 118, 109, and then 118 and 109. So yeah, pretty much all unanimous decision scores there. He knocked him down, I think, in one of the 4th or 5th rounds, I believe. But this was a pretty entertaining fight. Charlo, he stayed alive throughout the fight. He didn't look that bad himself. So I guess that was fine on him, and he stayed up to par and he didn't play terrible. So that was that. Damian Lillard. Yep, as you can see here, that doesn't say Miami Heat, that says Milwaukee Bucks. That is not Jimmy Butler, that is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, so Damian Lillard, he's going to Milwaukee. He's already in Milwaukee. Man, all these months of getting preparation, trying to sign a deal and this and that, and Jimmy Butler, and he's going to Milwaukee. Yeah. Sucks to be a Heat fan at the moment, knowing that we could have had Dame and we don't have him. Now the fucking Bucks have him. So now we can't beat the Bucks without Dame. Now we have to beat the Bucks with Dame. So things have just gotten tougher in the Eastern Conference and for the Miami Heat in general, because we always play the Bucks in the playoffs. It feels like so. Yeah. Congrats to Dame, though. I mean, he's gonna be playing with fucking Giannis. I mean, that's a dream come true. He's finally with a contending team, so that's awesome for him, man. So I'm happy for him, but just man, he needed to be here, man. Like, he needed to come here, but no, that's not the fucking case. That's not the fucking case. And then, okay, last thing before we move on, or before we end, not Lil TJ, my bad. This is the last thing I'm gonna talk about before we recap the episode. We'll just talk about everything else tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Okay, Lil Tay, not Lil TJ. Lil Tay, youngest flexer on the game 5 years ago, whatever, this and that. She was on Instagram Live last Saturday and just basically revealed a bunch of shit about her death hoax, about her father being this abusive ass person and being the worst person in the world, pretty much describing him as, a horrific human being. Same thing with his other wife or whatever. So yeah, and now she has like a song out, a music video out. So she's like now a K-pop artist or whatever. She's making music now, so that's like her thing. Um, yeah, her father is should be in jail. If he's not in jail now, everything. She spoke all about it on her Instagram Live. So if you're like curious to know what the fuck has been going on, like, oh, she died and now she's not dead, and now what the fuck, she's on Instagram Live explaining, oh, I would, this and that. This was all a hoax. This was all a whole plan to take me down or some shit. So yeah, arrest her father, because my goodness, what a fucking horrible person he is and deserves to be in jail for the rest of his life. And yeah, that. We're gonna end it on a pretty sour note, but anyways, we're just gonna stop there. Damn, I've already okay, an hour and 6 minutes. Okay, so yeah, everything else I haven't talked about is music related. So all the music, all the albums that I have to review that I still haven't reviewed on the podcast. Drake's new album, Olivia Rodrigo's, Doja Cat's. I still haven't talked about it on the podcast, so I think tomorrow or for Tuesday's episode, maybe I'll do one tomorrow. I'll do one tomorrow in the meantime. So I can talk about all those albums and review them and go over them, and then I'll do that tomorrow. I do have to listen to Drake's. I'm gonna re-listen to Drake's album because I heard it once. So in total, I've heard a couple songs multiple times already, but I have to do my second re-listen of the album. So or my first re-listen, because it will be the second time I hear the album. So I got to do the re-listen for all the dogs, all this hype and everything. And after my first thoughts of the album, maybe might change after my second listen. So we'll see. I'll do all those album reviews that I still have to do tomorrow's episode or for Tuesday's episode, either or. But that is it. That is it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm back. My body was not in the best position for a couple weeks, but I'm finally back. So you know what I mean. We're back. We're going back to schedule, recapping every week, football, this and that. We just had a little bump in the road there, but I'll be back for sure. And also putting out more content. Check out my YouTube channel. I just released my For All the Dogs and the Fix Before the Carter 6 album reactions. They're on YouTube now, so go watch it. And more content coming soon, of course. Podcast, YouTube, this and that. So, and also follow my TikTok as well. K dot the goat. That's K dot KDOT HEGOAT 18. It's all mixed together. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in a bit. Take care and peace out, my friends.